What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Solve for Why live stream. We are coming down the home stretch here. As you can see, I'm brought to you remotely today with no video. This is a real scramble. But we're going to make it work. I'm going to be with you for the first 90 minutes, and then a flu-ridden Christian Soto is going to be joining us somewhere around 4 p.m. Pacific. We missed a couple of hands. We're picking up the action pretty early. It looks like Daniel's up to a very small lead, about 10,000 or so. This is the final week. This is the crux of it all. Doug up 737,000, just under 20 buy-ins, so about 18 buy-ins, give or take. Or I guess maybe 18 and a half. This match is expected to end on Friday. They're going to do it. Daniel kind of tweeted about it today. He said expect longer sessions. I think that Doug is super amped to be done with this all. And Daniel has a mountain to get over, to be quite frank. Daniel responds with a 4-bet. I have a feeling we're going to see a pretty aggressive 4-bet strategy out of Daniel for the remaining 3 sessions. I don't know that he's really trying to minimize losses at this point. Doug follows through with a 5-bet shove. We haven't seen Daniel call a 5-bet shove. Okay, good. Ace. One time. For the kid. No. Buried. Yeah, I don't think that those hands were getting folded before, just to be clear. I just think that he probably wasn't 4-betting them often. But I can assure you that Ace-Queen is going to be a pure 4-bet from this point forward. And he's just very probable to be getting those types of hands all in pre. He just needs to. Right? It's kind of a byproduct of being so far behind in the match and having to close a gap that feels pretty insurmountable. 4-bet here by Daniel on table purple. Could see another all-in. I don't know what his plan of attack is, but I imagine he is not going to be doing much 4-bet folding. Rip by Doug. Call. We need a 9er. It's going to be unfortunate when you're on the wrong side of these over and over again. Yeah, so I think Daniel's 4-bet strategy is probably just getting a little bit more aggressive, as it should. Again, this is a standard cooler. We haven't seen too much of this, but 9s is just supposed to stack off for 100. I guess they were a little bit deeper, maybe 120. So I guess I'm a little less confident. But nevertheless, I do think that Daniel's probably going to lean pretty heavily into pre-flop variance as much as he can. It's his best shot at getting back in this. Queen 7-4 here on table blue. This is a 4-bet pot where Doug's choosing to donk. We've seen this a lot on the queen high, jack high boards. We know that Doug will have plenty of queen X in range. He'll also have hands like jack 10, king 10, strong backdoor type hands that when called, he picks up equity on cards like this, follows through with a rip. Or in this instance, a small bet. I don't think Daniel has any shoves now. I think he's pretty resigned to calling or folding. Mostly calling, though, because this card should improve the equity of his range, but not necessarily the showdown value. He'll have a lot of ace-king, ace-jack, 10x. Hands like king-queen don't really need to shove the turn. Hands like queen-jack don't really need to shove the turn. Maybe you could make a case for kings so that a card like this doesn't peel off and Daniel fails to get paid, but it's really tough to say. This is a difficult card for Doug to shove. Not when he has king 9, though. Very easy card for Doug to shove when he has king 9. Big pot here on table purple as well. 32K pot, so I'm guessing this was 4-bet C-bet on 975. Doug check calls. Turn deuce, total brick. Daniel goes with the 3rd pot bet. Doug rips. Daniel calls with jacks and wins. Okay. Swings, baby, swings. Let's go. Doug goes from plus 170 to plus 30 very quickly. That lead is erased. 3-bet pot on the left table. Daniel starts with a check on jack, jack, 2 diamonds. Doug's going to bet 3rd pot. Daniel's mostly going to call, sometimes check raise. Don't really think he's going to have much in the way of check folding here. Turn 4 of hearts. I expect this to go check, check. Pretty high frequency. When it doesn't, Doug's probably going to pot. especially in the two-tone. So he goes 3/4 here. Again, I don't think Daniel's going to have a ton in the way of folding. The backdoor draw is coming through. He may work in some raises, depending on how much Jack X he has through this line. He chooses to call river 5 of diamonds. Should be better for Daniel than Doug, I would imagine. Doug will still value bet his Jack X. He will be bluffing his hearts, I think. I imagine that's where he was pulling a lot of his bluffs from on the turn, his hearts and then broadways that block the Jack. So he'll have some all-ins with like Queen 10, King Queen, maybe some 10-9, specifically hearts and spades. Daniel in a pretty tough spot, very likely to just have a bluff catcher at this point. Obviously would have snapped a flush. Pretty unlikely he has a Jack as played. Don't really think he can fold aces, kings, or queens. I'm trying to think how relevant having a diamond with those hands would be in this particular instance. The thing is, I just don't think Doug is betting his diamond draws too often on the turn because it's expensive to get blown off. He could have some of his worst ones, but the 5 is out there, meaning he's pretty restricted to just like 7-6. Wow. That's a long call. Having the 8 of diamonds is nice. It does block one of the flushes Doug would have in 8-7, 8-9 of diamonds. Those are kind of like two of the only ones that he could potentially be betting that draw with on the turn. Yeah, that's a tough spot. Definitely obviously not folding like aces, kings, and queens. I imagine 8s is just a mix. I would think it probably folds more than it calls, but I could be wrong. All in. Poker. Call. Flip. Oh, baby. He did it.
I'm like surprised. I'm like surprised.
Yeah,
I'm like surprised that the 10's held.
That was a sweat, man. That was a sweat.
3-bet pot on the left, 10-8-6. Great board for the 3-better, you know? He's just willing to fire in all the money. He starts with a check because that's exactly what he should do. Doug starts with a small bet. It's good. Puts a lot of pressure. Daniel comes with the check raise.
This is spicy.
Yeah, he could have... That's a good card.
That's a nice brick.
I mean, he'll have some slams here.
Yeah, 1.5 SPR. I think he probably mostly is just shoving or checking. I don't think he really wants to be small betting here. Because when he checks, Doug isn't going to be jamming that much.
Yeah, I like this. This is good. I think this is like probably the dominant size on the turn.
Yeah, I agree.
4-bet from Doug. Players started pretty deep. This hand gets called. Jack 10-6. Fairly decent board for Daniel. Defending. He has jacks and 10s, some Jack 10 suited. Check back from Doug. Daniel also has hands like ace jack suited, that of which Doug won't have as much. Daniel starts with a 3rd pot. Still think he can have hands like 10s. This is a fairly decent run out for Daniel. Comes with a shove. Yeah. I think this is cool. Then we can have some 6-5 suited. You can have some 7-6 suited. You can have Jack 10, 10s, Jacks. Yeah, I mean, he just has all the good value hands still. He has a little bit of 8-9 suited as well. He's like completely uncapped here. Yeah, nice hand, Daniel. Very well played. All in, King Queen versus 8-6. He rivers a 6. Oh my god, dude. So frustrating for Daniel. 4-bet on table number 1. This is the table where they're very deep. Decent board for Daniel. Don't think Doug has high frequency 5s or deuces. So mostly only one set. Check back from Daniel is a little bit, I'm not sure. He mostly just like goes quarter here a lot. So this is new territory. Curious. I guess like a hand like 8s, maybe aces with a diamond? Ace king of diamonds? I don't know. Jam? I don't know what this is anymore, guys. What is this hand? Oh, this is very tricky. I don't know. The check back on the flop. Ace, king, queen of diamonds? No. I don't know. I mean, I honestly have no idea what hand this is. The thing is, like, he's not supposed to check back a lot on the flop. Like, ace, jack. Wow. Oh, shit. That's a huge pot. It's a huge pot brewing. It's 80k in the middle. All in. Maybe we get a replay of this one. Haven't used the replay all day. Call queens versus 9s. Huge pot. Wow, that's massive. All right, here we go. This is going to be 160k pot. Raise 3-bet, call. 8, 7, 6 deuce, check. Check, raise, strong, call. 3 is a nice card to see. Big bet, call. 8 is an okay card. Call. Nice hand. Nice hand. Especially when the 8 rolls off, there's only half pot left. Very nice hand. It's a big pot on the right table. Gets check raised. Calls with a set of 4s, coolers off top 2. Nice call. That's a big pot, man. I think that has to close the gap somewhat right now. We'll wait until Andre updates, but that's definitely gonna bring a big debt to Doug. Probably in the vicinity of like 30k plus for Doug right now. Yeah, so they're like about even. This is crazy. This is crazy. What a ride, man. Daniel was stuck 200,000. Doug's in for almost 280,000. This is crazy. This is an all-out war right now. Nobody's backing down. This is what we're here for, right? Like, just straight up fucking blood. Looks like 4 bets on table 2. Daniel starts with the small 25% on the flop, gets called. Turn king of hearts is pretty good for Daniel. He follows it up with another 3rd pot bet. Backdoor flush fills. 10x of hearts is possible. Nice hand, Daniel. Nice. Very well played. And we're off to session number 36, potentially the last session. The players have roughly, I would say, 1,800, 1,700 hands left to play. The players played a very long session last time. If you were here for that, that was a marathon stream. I almost died on the stream. But we made it through, and we are back. I will not be joined by Berkey today. He is filming Poker Out Loud. So it will just be you and I. What do you all think about Daniel's overall play? Like, there is a chance he loses $1 million in this match, right? So how will history remember this match? I think that's a good question, because at the end of the day, if Doug wins $1 million, he wins 10 big blinds per 100 heads up versus Daniel. Do you think that will be the story? Or do you think the story would be that Daniel put up a good fight? I don't know. Like, it's one of those where history, like the way people recount history, is fickle. So I'm not sure. Because the number is big, right? The number is Doug wins $1 million, right? Assuming he holds this today. I don't know if people will remember or not, if Daniel played well or not. What do y'all think? Because like nobody, like I'm trying to like put it against sports, right? Like, I don't remember if the Utah Jazz played well versus Michael Jordan. All I just remember is Michael Jordan. Like, I don't remember how well the Utah Jazz played. It's like history in terms of competition is very fickle, right? People like don't remember second place that often. Daniel called through the turn on the right table. Spades fill. Block. I do like this with a lot of hands from Doug. Flush, straight. I think both hands are played well. I do think that Daniel can't really shove river. If he shoves river, he has to get called by worse, for the time, and it seems difficult. So yeah, 4-bet pot on the left table, ace 6-3. Doug starts with a quarter. Call, 9 of diamonds. Slightly better for Daniel. Daniel's gonna have suitedness advantage in the 4-bet pot. Check, check. Daniel can play a couple different strategies here. Checking's good. 10's no diamond. Nice. I mean, he's definitely relieved to win this hand, right? Like, when it checks down, it's like huge win. Like, 10's no diamond is like literally praying that Doug doesn't put any more money in. We can't fathom, like, how two evenly skilled players could just be running infinite below EV and then us still be like, oh yeah, but they're still the same. It's just like not normal for us to think like that. That's a flush for Doug. Jack, I believe that was also a straight with a club. I mean, that's yeah, I mean, straight with a club is a strong hand there. Don't blame Daniel for calling. 4-bet on table 1. Call. Good board for Doug Polk. Oh, check raise on this board is not something that happens often. This is probably like ace-x of spades sometimes. This is not like an often check raise. So I'm curious the construction that's being used here. Using time bank. Moves it in. Fold. Nice hand. Shit. I have no idea what he had there. Queen 7-7 deuce 8. Daniel checks, faces an all in. Long tank. Wow, deuce is full. Queen 9, no heart. It's a big call. I'm not sure. Damn, didn't the flush get there too? This is crazy. I'm not sure about that call actually. So Doug plus 40k. If he wins a couple more pots and holds, he would have won $1 million for this challenge. Plus the side bets. It's a lot of money. Not sure on the exact number. Wow, huge all in after potting river. Call, that's a flush. Not fun. Wow. Block 3-bet. Jesus Christ. Block 3-bet, 4-bet. I'm in anticipation as much as you all. Like, wow, what did he block 3-bet that's tanking here? Like Jack 8? Ace deuce? Feels like ace deuce? I don't know. I don't know. feels like ace deuce. Yeah, that made sense. Doug has ace 8 on that hand where the 3 bets went in. So probably a good fold from, I mean, definitely a good fold from Daniel. Like, there's no way he's folding better than that. That is almost a $500,000 swing from where Daniel was up at his peak today. That's true. It's been a wild swing. Huge swing. They're either done or getting an official count. There's a chance they're getting an official count now. Oh, that's it. It's over. Okay. Looks like the 25,000 hands were played. We're off by a couple, but that's fine. Okay. So Doug wins $270,000 today. That's going to bring him up to math is hard on camera, but I believe that is going to be 1.23 million. So big day, big challenge. Doug ends up 1.2 million, 36 sessions in, winner. And it was crazy, right? We saw 36 sessions and we saw kind of what we expected to see, right? We did expect Doug was going to be the winner, right? When this whole thing started, we expected it. He was winning at roughly, some people argued, at a huge win rate, 10 big blinds per 100 or more. That looks like he ended up right around that. And kudos to Daniel, man. Like, end of the day, he sat, he fought, he became a better player. And he's still in this game. So the sky's the limit for Daniel now at this point, to be completely honest with you. If he wants to pursue playing at a high level, he can do it, right? He's got the talent now. He's got the skills. So I really do enjoy all of you tuning in. I know that Doug streamed Cards Up today, which I was in there. I was watching as well. But I do appreciate you all joining us. 36 sessions, and I had fun. I had fun. I appreciated everyone tuning in. I thought the questions between the last session and today were amazing, and I thought they were they really got into some really cool stuff. So I appreciated that. I don't know what the plans are for future streaming, but I know that Berkey is going to be streaming like some of his gameplay, and I'll see what I could mix in there for myself too. But please keep in touch. If you haven't liked, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't left a comment, let me know what you ate this morning or whatever. Leave it in the comment. That's cool. But with that said, good night and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.